Today we'll be talking about chapter number 5, that is playing with numbers. Now, first of all, we know what are numbers. Let us talk about the general form of a number. If we are talking about one digit and say for example we are taking a number 3, it is already in its general form. For two digit numbers, that is say for example 46, which can be expressed as 40 plus 6. It is again written as 10 into 4 plus 6. So this is the general form of a two digit number. If we are talking about a three digit, say for example 357, that can be written as 300 plus 50 plus 7. It is again expressed as 100 into 3 plus 10 into 5 plus 7. So in general, a two-digit number, that is AB, can be written as 10 into A plus B or 10A plus B. And a three-digit number ABC can be written as 100 into A plus 10 into B plus C or 100A plus 10B plus C. Now, after knowing the general form of a number, where you can use this general form of a number, we have some number tricks or some number puzzles in which you can use this general form of a number to design or to trick some puzzles, right? So let us see some tricks. AB is a general form 10A plus B. If we reverse the digit, that is BA, it is generally said as 10B plus A. If we add these two numbers AB plus BA, we get 10A plus B plus 10B plus A, that is equals to 11A plus 11B equals to 11 into A plus B. So rule number 1, the sum of two-digit number and the number obtained by reversing its digit is exactly divisible by 11. And the quotient is the sum of the digit. Now from where this quotient and the sum of the digit came, we have this 11 into A plus B. So if the sum is divisible by 11, the quotient will be A plus B. And if it is divisible by A plus B, the quotient will be 11. Sum of the digit, if it is exactly divisible by sum of the digits, the quotient will be 11. So for example, we are taking an original number 28 and reverse the number, we get 82. We add these two numbers, we get 110. It is 11 into 10, which is divisible by 11, and the quotient is 10. From where we got 10, that is 2 plus 8, 10. Now next, if we want to subtract both the numbers AB minus BA, 10A plus B minus 10B plus A, opening the brackets we change the sign. So we have 10A plus B minus 10B minus A, we get 9A minus 9B. Taking 9 common, we get A minus B. So when we are subtracting this two number, and if it is divisible by 9, the quotient will be A minus B. If it is divisible by A minus B, the quotient will be 9. So that is the rule number 2. The difference of a two-digit number and the number formed by reversing its digit is exactly divisible by the difference of the digit, and the quotient is 9. And if it is exactly divisible by 9, the quotient is difference of its digit. Again, we take an example, 82 minus 28, that is 54, 9 into 6. So here 54 is divisible by 9 and the quotient is 6, that is A minus B, which is 8 minus 2, 6. Right? Now for three digit numbers, what rules do we have for a three digit numbers? Same, we are taking three digits ABC, BCA and CBA. We are just interchanging the numbers. So we have this as its standard form. We add all the three numbers and we get 111A plus 111B plus 111C. Taking 111 common, we get 111 into A plus B plus C, which can further be factorized. 111 can be factorized as 3 into 37 into A plus B plus C. So hence, if A plus B, ABC plus BCA plus CAB is divisible by 111, the quotient is, if it is divisible by 111, the quotient is A plus B plus C. If it is divisible by A plus B plus C, the quotient is 111. If it is divisible by 3 into A plus B plus C, the quotient is 37. If it is divisible by 37, the quotient is 3 into A plus B plus C. If it is divisible by 37 into A plus B plus C, the quotient is 3. If it is divisible by 3, the quotient is 37 into A plus B plus C. So we have three basic statements, 1, 3rd and 5th, and the other 3 are vice versa. Taking one example, so we are taking number 235. Interchange the digits 352, 532. Sum is 1110. It is divisible by 111. quotient will be a plus b plus c, that is 2 plus 3 plus 5, 10. If it is divisible by 37, quotient is 3 into a plus b plus c, that is 30. If it is divisible by 3, quotient is 37 into a plus b plus c, that is 370. And if it is divisible by a plus b plus c, that is 10, the quotient is 111. Fine, the trick was easy. What if we subtract it? Consider the 3-digit number ABC, that is in general form 100A plus 10B plus C, interchanging its ones place and hundreds place. We keep the tens place as it is. So CBA, 100C plus 10B plus A. Case 1, if A is greater than C, then the first number will be greater than the second number, and we subtract both of them, you get 99 into A minus C. If case 2, if C is greater than A, then the second number is greater than the first number. So by subtracting, we get 99 into C minus A. And if both are same, that is if C is equals to A, then both the numbers are same, then the resulting number is divisible by 99. So let us have one example. We take a number 894, interchange its ones and hundreds digit, we get 498. Subtract both of them, we get 396, that is 99 into 4. The number is, this numbers is divisible by 99, the quotient will be 4, that is A minus C. If it is divisible by A minus C, the quotient is 99. Now 99 can also be factorized as 3 into 33. So if it is divisible by 33, the quotient is 3 into A minus C, that is 3 into 4, 12. And if it is divisible by 3, the quotient is 33 into A minus C, 33 into 4, that is 132. Now next what you have is test of divisibility. We have studied certain divisibility tests in our previous classes. Let us have just recall that and add something to the list. First we have test of divisibility by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if its units digit is an even number or 0, right? So for example, 24, your units digit is 4, which is an even number, so the number is divisible by 2. 55, here the units digit is 5, which is not an even number, so the number 55 is not divisible by 2. Test of divisibility by 3 or 9. A number is divisible by 3 or 9 if its sum is divisible by 3 or 9. For example, 39, 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 is divisible by 3, so 39 is divisible by 3. 12 is not divisible by 9, so 39 is not divisible by 9. Next you have test of divisibility by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the number formed by the digit at ones and tens place is divisible by 4. Say for example 612. Here the digit 12 is divisible by 4, so 612 is divisible by 4. If you take 614, 14 is not divisible by 4, so 614 is not divisible by 4. Next we have test of divisibility by 5. A number is divisible by 5 if the digit at its unit place is either 0 or 5. For example, 55, 5500, 235, right? So these are divisible by 5, and 53, 7958 are not divisible by 5. Test of divisibility by 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by 2 and 3 both. For example, 366. Its unit digit is even, so divisible by 2. Sum of its digit is 15, so divisible by 3. Thus, 366 is divisible by 6. Test of divisibility by 8. If a number formed by the last 3 digit is divisible by 8, then the number is divisible by 8. 1592. Here the last 3 digit 592 is divisible by 8. So 1592 is divisible by 8. For example, 1393. Here the last 3 digit 393 is not divisible by 8. So the number 1393 is also not divisible by 8. Test of divisibility by 10. This is very simple. A number is divisible by 10 if the digit at its unit place is 0. 5280 is divisible by 10. But 5204 is not divisible by 10 because the units digit is non-zero. Next you have test of divisibility by 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference of the sum of its digit in odd places and the sum of the digits in even places is either 0 or a multiple of 11. A number is divisible by 11 if b plus d minus a plus c of a number ABCD is divisible by 11. For example, 1357. 3 plus 5 is 8. 1 plus 7 is again 8. So subtract both of them, we get 0. Here this is divisible by 11. For number 319, 3 plus 9, 12. Minus 1, 11. So again this is divisible by 11. So if after subtracting, if you get 0 or a multiple of 11, 0 or a multiple of 11, the number is divisible by 11. Now the next and the new topic is cryptorhythms, that is letters for digits. Puzzles in which letters take the place of digits and we need to find out which digit is called cryptorhythms. To solve these puzzles, we need to follow the following steps. First, each letter in the puzzle must stand for only one digit. That is, each digit must represent only one letter. The first digit of any number cannot be 0. Now here, every time one letter will be representing one certain digit. For example, B9 plus 4A gives A5. Now I want to add 9 plus A such that I get 5. But 9 plus A should be greater than 9. And here in the units place you are having 5. So we can consider it as 15. I have 1 as a carryover. So 9 plus what will give me 15? That is 6. So A is 6. 4 plus 1, 5 plus something should give me 6. So 5 plus what will give me 6? 1. So my B is 1. You can solve certain more examples regarding this and get yourself interested in this topic. Thank you for watching this by Anil Shah. Thank you, students.